Hi guys, it's Luton here. Welcome back for some more Battlefield 3, and today I've got some more sniper footage for you. I've had always a few people saying, Luton, why don't you put more sniper videos? It's just because I generally don't roll with the sniper very much. I just find it has a few practical uses in game, and that you end up just not engaging too much. You either have to play full-on aggressive right up front, and then you end up in a few situations which are just out of your hands, and you end up coming off all the worst for it. You might have a few good times, but overall I just find it doesn't balance out too well. Or you end up playing this kind of long-range sniper role, which equally doesn't work very well, because you just don't have enough sort of targets presenting themselves that you can adequately get onto. To put things in perspective, I've ended up cutting this video down to 4 minutes 30 because, you know, I had to make it in order to be watchable. Originally this round lasted half an hour, so I had to cut out huge periods where there was just not enough happening. Now I've got to tell you as well, some people are going to be like, what the hell are you doing all the way out on the island, Luton? This was at the end of about... There we go, we're getting a kill. This was at the end of about 6 or 7 games I played, in which our team just got screwed, and I was trying goddamn hard to really make a difference in those games, and the games just didn't pan out. And at which point I had gotten so frustrated, I was like, you know, I'm going to play some way that I have never played in such a long time, which is long range sniping. In fact, I don't think I've even played like this since Bad Company. I don't think I have played a single game where I've played at this range trying to pick targets. So it was kind of a little challenge to myself, but also it was a way of sort of appeasing my frustration of all of the rest of the games that we played. Bit of a fluke one there. I think he walked actually into the round that I fired rather than me actually scoping in on him right there. But it was just interesting for me to see, and I was curious as well, like just to see how many shots I could pick off. Now some people are going to be like, oh Luke, you're such a hypocrite because you're always telling people to play the objective and you're not playing the objective. Yeah, well, you know, I think I can, you know, manage one game out of the entire time I've played Battlefield 3 to sort of play this role and, you know, sort of get away with it within the context of how many times I play so hard for the objective. Now, cut forward, the whole third base, nothing going on, really. Seriously, I moved up. I even changed class for a little bit because there was just not enough happening. Coming down into the last base, though, it's a better base for this kind of stuff because they're a little bit more concentrated. Also, I'm not long range anymore, kind of medium to long range. It's still a little way away, but with a 20 times scope. Another thing to point out as well is that this is all, you know, just with the bolt, not running with the bipod for those long range kills, which makes those ultra long range shots that I got on the second base all the more tricky. But in this one, there's a higher concentration of people around. But, you know, this, as much as anything else, was just a kind of little test for myself to sort of see how I performed, and I was talking with the team just to kind of see how things were going at certain points, and I spoke to one of the guys afterwards as well. But, you know, on the other hand, my team were kind of moving forwards, and again, you may remember the video for the sniper video I posted on Carg Island. Now guys, if you missed that, I'll put the link below, but also you can search on the channel. In the Carg Island one, I talked a lot about how you need to choose, or I choose, when to play sniper, based kind of generally on how I feel the team are able to handle it. Now, although my team had kind of, you know, team and perhaps myself hadn't performed well on the other rounds before, this one they were kind of making a significant move forward. So therefore I felt, okay, we're able to sort of control it, and I felt less guilty than I perhaps would have done had they been getting pushed right back to the spawn. But anyway, that was this little look today, guys, just a real short overview of those kind of long-range sniper engagements. Curious to hear sort of how you find those long-range sniper engagements as well. Do you find that they actually benefit the team particularly well? Do you find that you always, you know, just don't get enough kills by the end of the round? I mean, by the end of this round I got 16 and 3, so not a terribly bad score. In fact, I didn't even come bottom of the board, which is kind of hilarious considering I hadn't really engaged in a kind of significant way any real enemies. I'd managed to just generally pick people off. But interesting at the end there as well, how I had a guy coming for me, and this is often the only sort of positive I can put to these kind of snipers, is that they can become such an aggravation, a huge distraction for the defending team. They end up wasting time and energy trying to take them out. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time for some more Battlefield 3.